Hello guys, Centre Half here and welcome to another episode of Football Manager 15, my chance series. Now if you haven't seen the first episode or you don't know what this series is about at all, I really recommend you watch the first couple of episodes. I've made a playlist, you can check that out in the link below, but here you can see we kicked off this episode with a game against the Turkish team Krasnodar. I think that's how you pronounce it. As you can see, we're playing Lukaku up front with Naismith, sort of playing a sort of backup team there with Osman on the right hand side, Noble, Barry and Pienaar making up the midfield. They are favourites to win, quite heavily favourites to win here. We're away from home, we're playing a backup team. But still, I want to get this win. We started off very well in Europe. We're compensating for our lack of form in the Premier League. And as you can see, we started off very well with a lovely ball through to Lukaku, buried that into the bottom right-hand corner with his left foot. An absolutely sublime finish. And is this the turn of our fortunes? Are we about to start getting some good results after an atrocious first couple of weeks in the league? We do maintain, we've only played one game, but we have got a 100% win ratio in the Europa League. But as you can see, very early on in the game, Mark Noble, one of our star centre mids, probably our best centre mid in the league this season, got an injury very early on. We had to take him off and we bring on Gibson in his place. And now it's all down to the Turkish team here as they pass it through, find Ari, and then they find a lot of space on the left-hand side. Tony Hibbert gave them far too much space there. Tony Hibbert playing right back today, leaving their left winger far too much space as a cross goes in, rattles round the box, and Lukaku finally gets a shot away, and it's saved. Very, very great reflexes to save that at the near post. And now it's a counter-attack now as they come down the right-hand side. They find the passes. We're closing them down, but we're not getting the ball off them. They're getting far too much space. We're not keeping it rigid, and Tony Hibbert, a player who I haven't given much of a chance this series because he's too old basically, has been atrocious. He gave them a very easy chance early on in the first half, and now he's given away a penalty and got a yellow card. Hopefully they don't score, but no, of course they did. Jairzinho stepping up, burying it in the top of the goal. But then late on in the game, a nice little goal there from Gareth Barry, making it 2-1, keeping us up with that 100% win ratio in the Europa League. And it looks like we might have a second chance at the end, but no we don't. We finished 2-1 against Krasnodar. I don't know how you pronounce that. I can't pronounce anything, you've probably noticed. But as you can see, it was a good game. Dominating possession again. Decent average ratings there from the boys. And we've defied the odds to beat them and continue our winning ratio in Europa League. And unfortunately though, Noble was out. Not too unfortunately, out for about just over a week, which was probably going to be 2 weeks, because until he gets his fitness back to 100%, I don't like risking players when their fitness isn't great, so it'll probably be 2 weeks until he's back, so he'll definitely be out for the remainder of this episode. And he's been a good player for us so far since joining. He's got a very high average rating for considering we're in the midst of a relegation battle. But now back to the Premier League, we play our first team again after playing the backup players in the Europa League. Morales up front with Agaretsk here, Besic in midfield with McCarthy, and they've got Crouch up top with strange interesting winners of Arnautovic and Jonathan Walters. And we started off here playing the ball around the back, finding Smalling, Coleman, finding McCarthy in the midfield, McGeady, finding Morales. Morales just turns one Stoke defender, eases past the other one and bangs it in top bins, top left hand corner. What a finish from Kevin Morales. Power on that shot as well, and it glided past the goalkeeper into the top left hand corner. And if you can see again, easily glides past 2 defenders before having a shot and burying it in the back of the net. Kevin Morales, what an absolute star. And it looks like our fortunes are about to change as Pienaar wicks in the free kick, picks up on the edge of the box. McGeady tries to turn, gets tackled. Is that a penalty? I don't know. McGeady has a shot from outside the box and Agaretz is too slow to get onto the loose ball in the box. Deep into the second half now, ball goes forward, Stoke resort into the long ball game, can't do anything with it. Whelan finds Arnautovic on the left hand side, and Howard does well to cover his front post, and we have to make changes here. Well, we're making a couple of bit of changes. Morales goes out wide and McGeady comes off for Lukaku, so we're playing Lukaku and Agaretz up front, a partnership which has been pretty dire in recent episodes. Hopefully they can get a goal working together now, but almost immediately you can see Crouch does well to get on the end of a ball and bury that into the bottom left right hand corner. And I think this is some sort of jinx I get from playing Agaretz up front with Lukaku. For some reason, whenever they play up front, the team turns to absolute shit. And Crouch gets on the end of the ball there. Howard arguably could have gone better, and Crouch buries that into the goal to make it 1-1. And I am disappointed. I'm thinking, what the hell? I'm taking off the tired players here, not tactical here, literally just fitness related. Jagielka comes on for Coleman, Chris Smalling goes out wide, and Leon Osman comes on for Besic to give us a bit more creativity in midfield. McArthur will play the deeper role in centre mid. And now it's Stoke, all over Stoke again. We clear it, but not good enough. Crouch does well to keep it on. Plays that wide from Whelan into Wilson, and Wilson buries it. An absolute beauty of a goal. That's my ideal goal. A great goal there from Wilson. And then later on in the game, we're attacking. We're trying to get that extra goal, and Wilson scores again. And my head gets buried into the palms of my hands because we had a lead again, and as you can see, most possession again, but we threw away a lead. And Everton, we should be battling for Champions League really, and we're finding ourselves in the midst of a relegation battle, and I'm not going to keep my job much longer unless things change. And we've got a game against Southampton here. We changed the formation from the possession 4-4-2 to a counter-attacking, very fast tempo 4-2-3-1, making the most of our numerous great options in centre midfield. Osman starting this game behind Lukaku, and Agaretz does not make the team. PNR now on the left hand side finds Osman, and a beautiful ball from Leon Osman there, finds Neil Taylor, crosses it lovely into Lukaku, and if you cross it into Lukaku, there's no way he ain't going to score. And this tactic suits Romelu perfectly. And look at this ball again from Leon Osman. Beautiful one touch, no look pass to Neil Taylor, who just curves it into Lukaku's feet, and Lukaku ain't going to miss from there. But again, we get an early injury early on in the first half. Stephen Pienaar, the old South African, gets injured, has to come off, and we bring on McGeady, which is not a bad substitution. I think that just shows how much depth we got. McGeady comes on for Stephen Pienaar, and we get a throw in here. Cross goes in, not goes anywhere. Osman finds its way. Mark Noble ran outside of the box, finds Osman again. A lovely, beautiful pass to Morales, who can't get it past the Fraser Forster there. I believe it's Fraser Forster. And Lukaku now making another run. It's all us at the moment. Noble, another beautiful ball to Morales again, and Fraser Forster gets his hands on it again. Almost very similar to that first shot. Morales looking very bloody dangerous. And late on in the game, they have a corner, and it's saved well by Tim Howard. We cannot let another lead slip here. It's a last minute corner from Stephen Davis, and Osman clears it. Well done, Osman, and we win that game 1-0. A very, very decent result. All in all, despite that disappointing result against Stoke, 2 wins and 1 loss in this episode. Not too bad. Here you can see the new tactic. We finally have a lack of possession. It looks much worse on the stats, but I don't give a shit because we fucking won, which we were not doing with the possession tactic. So it poses a problem. Do I go for the tactic that looks good statistically, or the tactic that gets results? Haven't really had enough time to test them both out to see what actually is the best. But if you have a look at the league here, we're finally out of the relegation zone. Aston Villa behind us could jump us, but we'll still be out of the relegation zone. And the Manchester clubs first and second. Burnley doing well up there in 6th place. And Leicester, Hull and West Brom well in the relegation battle with us at the moment. Hopefully not for long. Hopefully we won't be hanging around with them for much longer. And if we have a look at the fixtures, next episode we'll play PSV twice, Crystal Palace and Burnley. We're going to have to do well here, because if you look at the results afterwards, we have Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea and Arsenal. We're all within the second or third episode following this, and we've got a couple of difficult and important Europa League games there, so we have to make sure next episode is very good. We need 4 wins basically. We have to beat PSV twice so we can rest our players for the United, Chelsea and Arsenal game, and Liverpool game, I think. But if you have a look at the squad report here, Kevin Morales, the best player, 7.55. Mark Noble up there as well with very high 7-point ratings. Algaretz is up there as well. He's played very well, but he just does not seem to fit in with the team. Individually, he's been playing very well, but he just cannot do it in the team. So it's a very strange one. You can pause if you want to have a deeper look. 7.42 for Noble. Great ratings considering we're in the midst of a relegation battle at the moment. And this is just Premier League. If you like this episode, guys, leave a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you enjoyed it. And give me some predictions for next episode's games. I will see you later. I am out. Bye-bye.